Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So we are going on another topic which is photographic interpretation. So we are going to begin with what we call the concept of photographs. So under this subtopic we are going to see the definition, the meaning of photographs and the types of photographs. So what is a photograph? So I think we are all used to the photographs. We are very familiar to photographs, or what we call a picture in Kiswahili. So according to geography, a photograph is an image or a picture of an object recorded by a camera and printed on a piece of paper. So there is what we call a photographic interpretation. What is photographic interpretation? So we have interpretation of photographs. That the photographs, they have a lot of information, they have a lot of facts, and there are many geographical phenomena and features which can be shown on the photograph. So you cannot be able to understand and to identify each and every information on that photograph. So you have to be with the skill of photographic interpretation. So photographic interpretation is the process of reading, analyzing, examining, and interpretation of photograph in order to identify and describe geographical features. So we read, we analyze, and interpret the photograph in order to identify and describe different geographical features. So katika photographic interpretation kuna what we call processes or stages au hatua. Now process ya kwanza, it is what we call photograph reading. That this is the process of identifying objects or features on the photograph. That as you are given a photograph, the first process is to identify the features, which objects on the photograph. Then from there we go to photograph analysis. You begin to analyze, to interpret the meaning of this feature. What does it for? What does it stands for? So we interpret and translate features to other geographical facts which may not be on that photograph. So that is the last stage in photographic interpretation. So for example, we have this photograph, or we have that picture. So we can see in that photograph, we begin with the photograph reading. You begin to identify, to know which features the photograph. As you can see, there is a motor vehicle there. We have those wild animals. There is vegetation. You can see it is dry, and many others. And also you can see those people. So now we got what we call photograph analysis. Tunaanza kuanalyze au kuchambua. So there are some facts. Hizi features zitatusaidia kujua hidden information. Kuna information ambayo imejificha ndani ya hizo features. For example, we can talk about, I think, the common question everybody, or the question everybody can ask on this photograph is which activity is taking place. So we can use the features to analyze and conclude that the activity which is likely to take place in the photograph is tourism. We can talk about any other information. There are many other things we can talk about in this photograph, as we can see it there. So maybe we can talk about the season, which is not you see that it is something which is hidden, but by using the features which are available on the photograph, we can talk about the season, that this one is likely to have been taken during a dry season, and the reason is due to the presence of the dry vegetation. So that is the photograph analysis, photograph interpretation. So there are many things we can look at this part of photograph. And then the last photograph, we can see it there. It is very clear. As you see, there are animals, we have those mountains, and at the other side we have the glaciers, the ice, baraf. So we have those clouds. So there are some information. After identifying, after reading the photograph, we can analyze that maybe it is likely to have, it was during a rainy season kwa sababu ya mawingu. Inawezekana ilikuwa ni kipindi cha mvua. We can see these glaciers. Automatically there is glaciation, and those features are there. There is animal rearing, livestock keeping, and many others. So